everyone! Welcome to Nerea-san channel. So for this week's video we have a Q&A. Thank you so much to all of you who have submitted your questions on Instagram and on my YouTube community post. Arigatou gozaimasu! For this Q&A, I have random questions. Some of them are going to be related to ballet and my professional career, and some of the questions are going to be related to my personal life. Let's get started! Is there anything you are not good at? Well, there are a lot of things that I'm not good at, and I'm sure that if I try to do new things, I would find out that I have even more to the list. I can say that I'm not quite good at math. I think my artistic side has always been more developed. If you could do anything, what would you like to do? That's a great question actually. Right now, if I could do anything, I would like to snap my fingers and be home, and snap my fingers and be back. Instant travel, that would be my dream right now. If ballet didn't exist, what other profession would you choose? Well, if ballet didn't exist, that would be really sad. But if I had to choose another profession, I think I would be a teacher. How can you find your dream? This is kind of a difficult question for me to answer very specifically because people find their dreams in different ways. I know some ballet dancers who fell in love with ballet after watching a performance. There are other dancers who took a first ballet class and they loved it. So I would say that there's not a specific path or way to find your dream. I feel like you can find inspiration in many different things. There are also some people who fall in love with some things really quickly, and some people who take a little bit longer to like something. Try things for a period of time. If you don't like it right away, then you can move on to try something else. Or if you see like maybe this can work or I might be interested in this, then try it for a period of time and see if your love for that thing grows and maybe it can become your dream. Other than Japan or Spain, is there any other country where you would like to dance and why? Doing a world tour would be so cool. I love performing, so anywhere would be good for me. There are countries where ballet is very well known, so it would be very exciting to perform where the audience loves the art and ballet because it's kind of like you both speak the same language with the audience. But it would also be really cool to dance in cities or countries where ballet is not very popular and kind of introduce it to them. So I think like both scenarios would be really cool. What do you like about Eder and Keita? Eder and Keita are my babies, so I love everything about them. If you ask a mother, what do you like the most about your child? It's kind of hard to give a specific answer here, but I would say I love when they show their affection, so I really try to enjoy the time when they like to cuddle. What's your favorite picture of Eder and Keita? Ta-da! How do your muscles react when you're on your period? Well, I've heard that some dancers get more flexible and some dancers get more stiff. Personally, I don't see much of a difference on my muscles, but I do feel heavier and obviously not as comfortable. So overall, I might feel not great. If you have to perform a full-length ballet on a white costume or any kind of costume, you know, you have to do it. So I think taking class when you're on your period, it's important to prepare your body and also your mind to be ready for when you have to perform. What do you drink during the ballet lesson? I personally only drink water. And in fact, when I was a student at the Bolshoi Ballet Academy, they didn't really allow us to drink anything during the class. So I'm not used to drinking during the ballet lesson. I would take a few sips of water if I really need to. I know some dancers like to drink Gatorade or some energy drinks, but personally, omisu. How do you relax when you are on stage? I feel like you cannot fully relax when you're on stage because all of your muscles, everything is activated. There's nothing that, you know, you can release during the Sleeping Beauty when I was laying on the bed. Of course, that's the only time where I was able to rest on the stage. And even so, I'm still pointing my toes and I'm trying to look relaxed. Those moments on stage are rare. What do you think when you are dancing? Of course, I also think about some technical steps and some corrections, but I try to mainly focus on the role and what they are trying to tell the audience. How do you get a job in a ballet company? So typically you get a job in a ballet company by auditioning. This process can be really tough because there are thousands of people trying to get the same spot that you are trying to get, so it can be very competitive. Auditions can be private or can be open auditions. Private auditions are when the company invites you to take class with them. I really enjoy that kind of audition more because you get to experience what it would be like to take a class with the company, the environment. During open auditions can be a little bit chaotic because there are so many people and it's kind of hard to take a proper ballet class and you feel like everybody's energy of stress and excitement, it's a lot. There are some other people who compete in competitions and they get offers as well. What are your favorite pointe shoes? I feel like my favorite pointe shoes right now are Gainer. I've been wearing them for a while. I haven't found any other pointe shoes that work for my feet yet. This process of trying to find your perfect pointe shoe, I feel like it never ends. Who knows, I might try different pairs someday. Would you like to design your own leotard? Actually, creating my own leotard has always been a dream and I would definitely love to do that. It's kind of hard to make it happen, but definitely I would love to be in a project like that. My knees are bent when I stand on pointe shoes. How can I improve? This is actually something that I've heard a lot. If you can extend your knees when you are not on point, that probably means that the issue is with the pointe shoe. I would recommend changing shoes to a different brand or getting some softer shoes that can sometimes help and break them into your foot before the lesson so it's a little bit easier to go on point. I've also gotten some questions about flexibility, muscle training. You can get a lot of tips from me from my previous videos on my channel. So I'm going to be linking the videos on my description box for you to check them out. How is it working in a new company? We haven't started the season yet. We've been just taking classes and trying to stay in shape. But so far, everybody has been so kind, so caring, so loving. So we cannot wait to really start working with them. Do you want to live in Japan in the future? Maybe that can be a possibility. We have you guys, our big community, and that's definitely in the options there. As of right now, we don't have a big future plan yet. We do have some projects in mind that we might do, but I think for now our work is in the US. I would definitely want to be closer to my family as well, especially if we have kids in the future. I think I would like them to be closer to my family and Yamakai's family, so would have to think about it a lot. I've also gotten some questions about marriage. Personally, I love Yamakai and I would love to keep living with him and making memories together, and we don't see ourselves living without each other. The question of marriage would come sooner or later. As of right now, we are enjoying our lives together, and I feel like enjoying this time as well is very important. So those were most of your questions. I didn't get to answer all of them, but I plan on answering the rest in my next videos. For some of your questions, I thought that it would be much better to have my mom here to answer them with us, because she can actually answer from her point of view on how I started loving ballet and all of those questions related to that. I think it would be Very exciting to have her here and tell the story. I've also gotten a lot of questions regarding diet, how to stay in shape, and all of that. I'll keep sharing my thoughts on that in my next videos. So if you don't wanna miss them, please channel登録お願いします. Subscribe to Nerea-san channel. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, 高評価お願いします. Like it! And I'll see you guys in next week's video. Bye bye!